Wait, what's the healthiest bread? And how does it affect our blood sugars? Let's do a quick experiment with a glucose monitor and see if sprouted grains are healthier than white bread. What do you think will happen?
Let's see what Ezekiel Bread does to my blood sugar. Okay, so this is exactly 112 grams of Ezekiel sesame bread, which is a sprouted grain bread that's supposed to be relatively low on the glycemic index.
And if you're wondering what the glycemic index is, it basically measures how much a food raises blood sugar levels. And why should we care about blood sugar levels if we're not diabetic? Flattening our glucose or blood sugar curves is the most powerful tool for health. With flatter glucose curves, we have less cravings, better energy, more restful sleep, slower aging, better workouts, improved fertility and sex hormones, painless periods, higher testosterone levels, improvement of PMS and PCOS symptoms, better skin, fewer wrinkles, healthier heart, less cognitive decline, fewer menopause symptoms, easier management of gestational diabetes and type 1 diabetes, and less risk of type 2 diabetes. Perhaps you don't have diabetes now, but you may have one day if you don't take care of your blood sugars.
Sprouted grain bread that's supposed to be relatively low on the glycemic index. So I'm really curious to see what this is going to do compared to the other breads I had earlier. Let's go. All right, it's been a couple of hours since I've had the bread. Let's have a look at the glucose monitor to see what happened here. And you can see there's just a slight elevation in my glucose here by 1 millimole per liter, which is a very good result, especially when you compare that to the white bread that I had the other day, with an increase in blood sugar by 2.3 millimoles per liter. So the choice is clear for me. Ezekiel bread is much better for my blood sugar than white bread is.
So after watching this experiment, let's talk about why this specific bread had a lower impact on blood sugars compared to white bread. First of all, what exactly are sprouted grains? Sprouting entails soaking them in water so that the seeds germinate. Sprouted wheat grains have higher protein and fiber. They are lower in carbohydrates, but this is important, not as low as you would think. They're still high in carbs, but because sprouting decreases the amount of starch in grains, they have less carbs than regular bread. They have a low glycemic index too, which means they're not digested as fast and thus do not cause such a sharp increase in blood sugars compared to white bread. Remember, the more refined a carbohydrate is, the less fiber it has, and the faster it will be digested and absorbed. Less carbohydrate and more protein helps that spike to not be as high. And it also helps with satiety. And let's talk about fiber really quick. Sprouted grains have more soluble fiber than regular bread. Soluble fiber is a type of fiber that absorbs fluids in the digestive tract and attracts water, turning that into a gel. This slows down digestion, which slows down the glucose spike and also helps you feel more full. So the takeaway here is sprouted grains have more fiber and protein than white bread, so they're a better option, but still they're high in carbs and spike blood sugars, so intake should still be limited.